Hello, and welcome to the Badhumanist likes and dislikes for Vengeance, a Demon Hunter. So in this video, I'll be giving 3 likes and 3 dislikes for the Vengeance Demon Hunter here on the BFA Beta. So again, I'll be doing a lap around Zandalar and then telling you about my likes and dislikes. Again, if you want a more in-depth look into the Vengeance Demon Hunter, please go ahead and take a look at the video that I have linked up in the corner. Again, so that will give you a link as well in the description down to that video if you want a more in-depth look. So first like is its mobility. Again, that's no different than it was in Legion. Its mobility is super strong. You have abilities such as Infernal Strike. You have the ability to, again, glide and jump around, right, as so. You have the ability to double jump. You have your ability as well in your talents to kind of take Fell Blade to kind of be able to jump around or charge around in that kind of sense. Abyssal Strike again makes the cooldown of your movement even better. So yes, there's a lot of movement that can really help. You can take again. This increases your movement speed as well. Again, a lot of things that are going to help your overall movement speed here. Number 2, is going to be the talent Soul Barrier. Now, I'm a huge fan of this talent. Again, the other two will have their place for sure, but Soul Barrier, I just think it's such a very good talent, and it's really something that I think Vengeance needs in this sense of the ability to create a shield on demand 30 seconds that uses your soul fragments for this really big heal and shield, because again it consumes all the soul fragments within, so you get all the healing from those soul fragments, plus you get a shield that is increased the more. So if you hit yourself to full, that's okay because you get the shield on top as well, and then you again just help increase that overall effective health. So you can kind of use this either kind of like proactively or retroactively, right? So you can kind of use it before the damage comes out for the shield, but you can also use it again if you're low or after to kind of get yourself back up, give yourself a shield so that you're kind of helping your healers out, giving you some time to get caught up with that shield. Oh, we don't want to get knocked away from this dude. The next leg I have here would be the baked-in AoE. So again, the baked-in AoE, again, Soul Cleave just naturally has AoE. If you take Immolation Ore, that gives you AoE. You have the ability, of course, to do Sigil of Flame as well. Again, the key thing here being Soul Cleave, just your basic ability you're going to be using all the time has AoE built into it. So again, unlike other tanks where your AoE is a kind of a separate ability that you will only be using for AoE threat, this is an ability you're using single target AoE doesn't matter, and it does really good. There's of course other AoE abilities you can take to help improve that, of course, but just the fact that Soul Cleave does AoE, I think is really, really valuable. Now let's talk about some dislikes for the Vengeance Demon Hunter. Sorry, the first is going to be I would like to have at least one more active cooldown. Again, you can take Fell Devastation, which does give you a cooldown, but it's a minute cooldown. Spirit Bomb, again, is a 30 pain instant, so it can be used frequently, but again, it really doesn't compete well with Soul Cleave for a single target situation. It works very well for AoE situations, but again, not as much for a single target. So on that boss raiding tanking, I just feel as if it's missing something. Again, I really would like one extra ability to be able to hit on a more frequent basis. Again, that 30-second soul barrier is nice. I just feel as if it needs just one more thing to really feel complete. Like a Fell Blade or some other ability had a nice active part of it. My second dislike is going to be that there are a lot of DPS only talents. It almost feels to me, and I mentioned this again in my in-depth video, that they almost seem to be thinking as if they're still the passive that gives you healing based on fire damage. Because there are a lot of talents that increase your damage. Again, so this whole first row is either damage or some kind of mobility utility. Then you have this row here, which again is all just damage or mobility in some way, shape, or form. Uh, so that's two whole rows right there that is no survivability whatsoever. Um, and then again, you have 106 again is just your sigils, doesn't really do much there. But there's a lot of DPS talents that are just no way synergizing with survivability. And other than taking Soul Rending, which again does give you leech, so the more damage you do, the more healing you do, it just feels as if for a tank that is known for being pretty squishy, that the focus on DPS is maybe a bit too high here. Again, if they just baked in that passive, like I mentioned, with the fire damage and giving you healing, I think it'd actually do a lot to really round out the spec to be really good. My next dislike here is going to be that you will feel yourself taking bigger hits, especially melee physical hits, when you don't have Steven Spikes up. So there are definitely going to be gaps. You can get a 50% uptime if you take Feed the Demons, but normally it's going to be closer to like a 37.5% uptime, with just the basic kind of duration and cooldown recharge and such. So yeah, having those gaps, you'll definitely notice it. So it's good to make sure you have something else going on. Again, having the ability to kind of heal yourself, having again fiery brand or again a shield up or something like that to kind of help fill in the gaps a little bit. Because you will notice, especially if you're taking a lot of physical damage, that hurting. All right. So those are my likes and dislikes here for Vengeance Demon Hunter. Overall, I do think Vengeance Demon Hunter is going to be much more competitive than it was in Legion. I do think that it has a better toolkit to work with as far as a better talent set as well as a better kind of base survivability set. Again, like I said, I really do wish, however, that they would just do it a little bit more to help kind of round it out, give you a couple more active abilities to deal with different type of situations, especially magic damage. To be completely honest with you, I think that kind of magic damage cooldown would be quite nice as well. You get some passive magic damage reduction in some ways, but it's not sufficient. So, if you like this video, go ahead and give me a like. If you dislike the video, give me a dislike. What are your thoughts? What are your likes and dislikes for the Vengeance Demon Hunter? Let me know down in the comments. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to see you in future videos.